Hello everyone, I am the Pumpkin Scribe, your guide in this world. Welcome back to the Avid Writer channel. It's been a while. Some things have changed. I'm better, of course, but so's the channel. As you might have noticed, we haven't uploaded in quite a long time. That is because we've gone through a bit of a rebranding. I, the Pumpkin Scribe, am now solely in charge of this YouTube channel. The other two members, my associates, are no longer with me. Therefore, this will now be my own thing. But I'll try to keep it to the roots, back to what we originally intended with this channel. I'm going to intend to bring back eventually more videos such as book readings, short story readings, book reviews, stuff that really made this channel start off. Then move into more of the gaming, as we're doing today, with this new game, Sunless Sea Submariner. Now, it's not, of course, a new game, but it's new to the channel. It's not new to me, of course, I played it before, but I figured it would be nice to share off what I've learned about this game. Now, as always, get yourself some delicious water, and let's get right into the video. That was my own water. But yes, I'm going to go ahead and click continue. We are playing modded, of course. Just so everyone knows, we play modded games on this channel, just so that way we can more explore the story elements of the game. Now, I went ahead and, using the mods that we've installed, got a good amount of currency. Quite a good amount of echoes as a currency in this world. I also went ahead and got us one of the best ships called the Dreadnought, right here. And also got us upgraded on our abilities, otherwise known as hearts, pages, veils, mirrors, and iron. Each does certain things. Iron increases the damage that our attacks do. Mirrors is the detection and perception property. Veils is speed, stealth, and deception. Pages is the speed at which you can convert fragments into secrets. And finally, hearts is, well, of course, your suppression of terror, basically. Like how sturdy is our hearts and such. Now with that, we can continue going onward. I can see we also decked out our ship with some of the best weapons and engines, as well as getting enough equipment to do everything. 222. Now, of course, you have fuel and supplies, which are up here. Your fuel is determining on how fast you move your ship, how much you do it before docking and resupplying. And, of course, people got to eat. So we have 800 supplies. This is our terror meter. If it ever reaches... I'm going to pause the game real quick so we stop losing that stuff. If it ever reaches above a certain threshold, multiple things can happen. If it ever reaches 100, then some very bad things happen. This is our speed counter here in reverse and forward drive. This green bar here, as well as this number here, is our hull. If it ever reaches 0, then we just sink. And here's our crew number. We have 36 out of 40. I'm not really going to get 40 out of 40, and that is because if you ever get, if you ever have 40 out of 40, you can go here to London, to the port in London, and get these guys. So I'll show you these now. You get officers, and you can slide them in. You can see we have a first officer, cook, chief engineer, gunnery officer, mascot, and surgeon. They all do different things. They can increase these variables in the slots they go into, but they also have their own storyline that we can do and explore in the game. The issue is that when you go to London, sometimes it says, hey, someone wants to sign on. It can be an officer, which is great. But if you have 40 out of 40, and it turns out to just be a regular sailor wanting to come on, not sailor, mind you, a regular sailor to explore the Z, that's what the sea in this realm is called, and we'll get to a bunch of more of the lore as we continue onward. But the idea is that 40 out of 40 crew, someone wants to sign on, it's a regular sailor. We can't do that because we already have 40 out of 40 crew. Because of that, it's just kind of left there. So we can never actually get an officer. I don't know if that will be patched, but that's like So, I don't know if it has been patched or anything else, but last time I played this game, it was similar. But with that, yeah, let's go ahead and progress the story in London. So let's go to London. We're gonna get a Birmingham Gavilanter. Adopt a Birmingham Gavilanter. A Birmingham sits atop a splintered crate, clicking and whistling at captains as they come near. Polite bow. You extend your hand, and the Birmingham leaps on. Its tendrils entwine with your fingers. I'm a pumpkin. I don't really have any fingers, but okay. And it chitters quietly. It means your gaze and bobs, and its dome is greeting. All right. Oh, Birmingham, there he is. Aw. You have a comatose ferret. Play with your ferret. Aw. Installed me in this floating coffin and made me eat dried food. Damn your play. This is an eloquent eye roll. But you're not really nice, are you? This blooming must be nicer. Can I entertain blowing it? Peace and pets all over, appending the inkpot on excitement. You are ignored for several hours. When you return to find it on your pillow, snoring quietly. Aww. 3 new islands, a note reading simply, "Here are lions," and a drawing of, well, that looks like a lot more vast spider than a lion. Aww. That's cute. Gave me a terror point, though, but that's cute. We do have... Maybe we don't. No. Yeah, we can purchase an elegant townhouse. What we're going to do is we're going to read the morning papers and get a townhouse. That way we have a study. Sometimes the game lags a bit. We have a study. And we can do all of this beautiful stuff, like Ride a Will, which we're going to do, just so we, if we ever die at Z, we have a legacy, which we'll get to whenever that ever happens. And yeah. Let's get an upgrade to a Z-side mansion, which is the biggest thing. And rest. Alright. We're going to offer passage to tomb colonists. Alright, then what should we take it north to Vinderbright? Very lovely. And let's visit the Admiralty office. Ask if they need anything. Retrieve strategic information from the Iron and Misery Company fuging station. Alright, then that is what we will do. We don't really have any use of anything else, except I want to speak to our shady cook. What do you want from life? Sea of Lilies is somewhere in the east central Unterzee. Sea of Lilies, he licks his lips very slowly. Eventually you have to look away. That's disgusting, actually. But, alright, Sea of Lilies, that's where you want to go. For right now, we're just going to do some general exploring. As we see, we have this map. Now, if you look, it's like, oh, there's us in Fallen London. Oh. Oh. Oh, good lord, it just keeps going. Okay, now it's over. This is our map. Now, it looks daunting, but we're going to try to get through all of it in this playthrough eventually, going through much of the story. But I like to divide this into 4 quadrants. The northwestern quadrant, here. The northeastern quadrant, here. The southwestern quadrant, and the southeastern quadrant. And these are broken up into 2 quadrants, North Unterzee up here, South Unterzee down here. That's kind of how we can go about our business. Alright, and as you can see, Pumpkin Scribe, that's my captain's name. There's my little captain image. But anyways, let us be off to the Unterzee. On pause. Now, because we're modded, we're going much faster than normal. And yeah, sometimes the game will occasionally freeze. It's just what happens, sadly. But yeah. All right, Hunter's Keep. No Barnet. Let's explore Hunter's Keep. As you can see, we already have something we need to port. Typically, that doesn't happen until way after you're away from port from a while. Modded playthrough, that's a bit different. Hunter's Keep. Let's spy on the house first. Okay. We're gonna tie the island so we get a port report. Present at the house. Let's talk with Phoebe. And now we will get Storm's attention. That's one of the gods in this game. There's Storm, Salt, and something else. I can't remember the other one. Anyway, get Storm's attention. Alright. Simple enough. But we got the port report. So now let's be off. Gonna zoom in back to where we're at. Man, I love the music of this game. It's one of the things that makes it such a great game, is its music. Davies Bay. Ooh, don't want to crash. We get Harbor's Fury. There you go. Wait, is that an LCS class? No, just regular pirate. Curse's Point. Hornman Stag. And, of course, now that we've arrived at Benderbright. We're gonna let them go off. We're going to gather gossip to get a port report. Go to the last tour operator, and now we're taking them on their last tour. So essentially, tomb colonists are very interesting people. I can't remember if they like study some kind of dark magic or what, but the idea is that they gather a lot of information. Some of them are just kind of gather a lot of information and then they die, they wither away, that's the end of their life. Other times they gain so much information and so much random artifacts that they are able to transform into quite mystical creatures. And that is kind of what we're going for, is to eventually get one of those mystical creatures. So, that's one of our goals. As you can see, we have the first curator. And the first curator is responsible for the preservation of the tomb colonists. Been here for much longer than London. Like all the oldest tomb colonists, but even tomb colonists dissolve in the end. Its time is close. And we listen to Whisper Request. Basically, it wants a lot of random artifacts that we would get. And you can see it's quite a lot of random artifacts. But yes. And then, of course, we can turn in if we have any of these all along the way. So we want to keep coming back to Benderbright to check it out. We're going to explore Benderbright. Go to some of the shops. And just top ourselves up to 800. Cool. And now we're going to go more up here to this corner, which should be where Wither is, if I'm not mistaken. Now this is procedural generated, so it's not the same map every single time. But some things have, some locations, some places never actually change. Woo, let's go this one. Denison's Town. Since's Arch. Yep, this is Wither still. And off. Go to town. Let's try something mysterious. Tyrant mouth antennae. Interesting. Gather intelligence for a report. Do some shore leave, reduce terror. Go to some of the shops. Nothing much for us here. Alright. We're gonna get the Odinson Straits. And then take us out our first lifeberg. Stay steady. Fire. There. Concentrate on replenishing supplies. Concentrate on gathering treasures. Gather treasures, definitely. Now I get a hunting trophy. And two outlandish artifacts. Now we'll discover Codex. I believe there was another lifeberg down here somewhere. There you are. Let's get another one. More hunting trophies and artifacts for us. Trophy and the chest, very nice. Alright. And let's dock at Codex. File a port report. Top us up on fuel. Let's head... Let's see. Let's just quickly uncover Codex more fully. There we are. Let's travel down through this path, straight down, back to Fallen London. So when our lights go like that, that means terror is increasing more rapidly. Far from light of hope, terror is increasing rapidly. If we move into one of these lights, actually, move into one of these lights here, you can see our own light does that. Patrick's light. Meaning our terror is decreasing less fast. Ah, guiders more. Dock here. Have an evening at the errand. Explore the morn. A high place. The Z is like a rippled sheet of night green jade. The roof of the Neath above, belisled with stalactites and prickled with a false star. Look out across the water. What are you thinking of? Let's do our future. Pirate Poet Rumors, interesting. Got an intelligence report. Top us off again on supplies. And no, this is important. We're gonna get 3 concealed compartments for later. But for now, our hold's gonna remain with our torpedo nets. This would go. Our aft weapon. The Camius Yards D Nation. Damnation. With the concealed compartment there. And essentially what that would allow is for us to have contraband items when we get back to London. We'll be searched sometimes randomly for contraband. And that allows us to not get that confiscated. Pirate frigate. We can just skim on by. Thornwell Croft. Ah, Shepherd Isles already. Neat. Field Haven and everything. That's where we needed to go, though. Picnic at the Stones. Then the Polythreum, they want to go with the Tomb Colonists. Tales of the Standing Stones. Pile of port reports. Engage an officer. Now I have another officer. Good. Sigil-ridden navigator. Let's talk to him. Invite him to dine with us. He has memory issues. Basically, he has a lot of memory issues. saying like he's left some part of him behind, essentially. But what he wants to go is destination, and particularly he wants to go to the Chapel of Lights, which should be further up north, but we're already closer to Fallen London again, so we're gonna go back to home port Fallen London first. Now while we're here, might as well go to the Abbey Rock. Get some supplies. Get port reports. Watch the Covenant. Offer a gift. Very nice. Search the surroundings. Now we have time is. Knock at the iron-studded gates. Although you have no reason. Yeah, we need recent news. But that actually. Alright, back to Fallen London we go. We're gonna stop at this lovely little fishing boat. Temperance. Tramp steamer. Interesting. Alright. Back and Fallen London. Yes, this is what I was talking about. They will... You have a suspicion meter, basically. And that makes it where they can confiscate some things. In particular, they're looking for sunlight-filled microcratch box, which is primarily what we have those other things for, because that's what we want to be getting. We don't have anything of brilliant souls or human souls unstamped, but sometimes we can get romantic literature that is not approved romantic literature here. Yeah. So we're gonna let them do their worst. We get nothing, our suspicion goes lower. Now we collect message from the Harbor Master, and there we are. Okay. Let's get ourselves the... Actually, can I go to London and then go to sign on? Yes. Let's get the Repressible Cannoneer for an amazing weapon later on. Oh, the clattery air goes away. Oh, no matter. We can get clattery air later. Passenger? Yes, please. Merchant wants a lot of fun stuff. Let's get him something silky. Some more stuff silky. And he wants a strange catch. Or 7 hunting trophies. 7 strange catch, 7 hunting trophies. Roser's Wharf. The veteran Privy Councillor is seeking an outlandish artifact. Well, here you go. Go to London. And now we basically turn on our port reports for fuel and or typically just echoes and other things like that. And we have quite a lot of port reports to just give in. Deplorable end. So, yeah, just some idea. We have different pathways we can choose. We chose a veteran of 68. Keep in mind this takes place rather in like 1887. And so, I think it starts, 1887. So the idea is that in 1886, before London fell through the cracks of the earth, we were in a war. Particularly with hell. A war with hell, I believe, and bats. Pretty interesting. Anyway, but we're searching for our father's bones, who went missing at Z long ago. And so, certain report. King Eater's Castle, far southeast of the map. Go there if you must. Alright. Visit the university, and we have our first ambiguous engender character, which I quite like. It's even funny. The Alarming Scholar is mercurial, to say the least, a creature of sudden moods and provoking teeth. Possibly her, is it or her? Appointment as university maritime liaison was precautionally to keep his razor-sharp enthusiasm from causing too many injuries in the facility. I quite enjoy the ambiguity to this game, and all the Fallen London games present. So let's give an outlandish artifact and leave. I need more crew. Let's carouse in the Wolfstock docks. Nothing of note there. Alright. Let's visit our study real quick, and nothing we can do. Alright then. Then we are off. Let's go further up. My idea is to get rid of this black chunk right here, or maybe this entire open region by the end of today's episode, so we can get a good start. Let's go up until we get there. And then turn. And while the mods does make this game easier in some ways, it also makes it harder in other ways. Already back in Guiders more. Just didn't go that direction. However, we can go across the Bondavaz pillar. Ah, what do we have here? Tanash. Interesting. Bats. Kill on sight, kill on sight. So basically bats is what dragged London underground, essentially. So we could just dispose of the corpses, or they are sufficient with stolen blood. Into the pot! And now we get some more supplies for food and stuff. It's really funny. Alright, let's go back to Gators Morn. My idea is to get to Gators Morn right down through here, diagonally through Macy's Shaft, and then do like a really weird angle and straight down through Fittestone, kind of open up this region down here, open up this region, back to Fallen London, and that'll be the end of the episode, I think. Our first episode of Sunless Sea. Very fun. And first episode with just me in charge of editing and everything else. We'll see how this goes. I don't plan on abandoning this channel. I plan on making it a bit better than it used to be, hopefully. If all goes well, and according to plan. There'll be a lot more videos, hopefully. At least 2 more other than this one, maybe 3. This week, I want to say, before Monday. Before this video should be released on February 28th, which is a Wednesday. So the idea is that by it's coming Monday, whatever it is, then this will have those videos will be released by sometime at that point. Oh, Station 3! Look at that. Did not expect to find Station 3 either. Wow. Chain your telescope on shore. Try the gate. No way in. Search for another signs. Doesn't matter. Nothing really works. Fair enough. Now we're just going to cut through all of this. Kind of going up a little bit. Down left a little bit. There. The idea is that we can cut through all of this. But yes, then sometime in April, near the end of April, there'll be about another 3 or 4 videos released. As I'm not solely running the channel and in college, it is very difficult for me to get videos up a lot. Let's have drinks at the Cook and Magpie. Yeah. Solitaire is going down. Explore the shore. Great Riddles of Irem. Yes! Captivating treasure. Way to go. Pick up a wretched mog. Chat to the fisherman for a port report. Go to the shops. Nothing. Alright. Makes sense. And now, we're in the Murray Straits. Head up here. Oh, and now we're back to Palm. Very nice. Got Mutton Island. I love that. I absolutely love that. Alright, let's do one more little thing in Fall London. Dauntless Hand. Very nice. Pick up the Clatter Air, our surgeon. Go to the Rouser's Wharf and escort people. Visit the Rose Market. Let's go back here. No, that's not what I wanted to do. We have one. Let's not give up one for that yet. Instead, let's submit some more port report. Station 3. Baker's Haven. And leave. And I now think that's all we can do. However, I'm looking at the clock and we still have about a minute or so. So we could leave it here in Fallen London. However, I think I want to try and... Well, let's go ahead and get an heirloom. I think I want to try and go more up north. I at least want to get to one place in particular, more up north, being the Chapel of Lights, which we need for our... Let's just get our officers in there. We have a Clattering Air for our surgeon, gunnery officer, and our surgeon. Okay. Let's talk to our gunnery. The irresistible cannoneer. Invite the cannoneer to dine with you. Wants to travel to Demo Island. Can be done. Clattering Air, invite her to dine with us. And so you can't proposition. It doesn't get too explicit. It's rather non-explicit. But still, right now I'm a pumpkin. Okay, like I'm a pumpkin with a monocle, a top hat, a cane, and a cup of tea. I don't think proposition could work. So instead, we're just gonna leave that be for now and play more with our Bloomingen. Give chase. Oh, that's fun. That's nice. Who said the Z had to be a dark and dangerous place, eh? No, we're gonna go over to Demir Island. We're gonna get to Gator's Moor, hoping to find a Chapel of Lights up here in this area. I believe Demio Island may be like right around here. That's my prediction. They're typically right next to each other, so I'm predicting it's gonna be like right there. On site for London. Pot. Yeah, the drill. But no, Sunless Sea has been a fun game. I've played it for roughly like maybe 40-something hours now. Gotten 29 out of 50 some achievements that this game has. And it all started with a friend recommending it to me not too long ago, saying, I think you like this game. And I'm like, yeah, really? And so they offered to pay for me. It was only $10, so they got me the game. I liked it so much, but realized that I was missing the DLC. There's a Mariner DLC. It was also only like $6, so got the Mariner DLC right then and there, and yeah, been good ever since. Let's just explore the morning real quick, and unleash your wretched bog. Its fur is bristling, it's almost sparkling, a sound like a dying storm rumbles in its throat. Your mog's fearless agility gives it a tremendous advantage. It leaps from pirate to pinnacle to pirate, leaving a trail of swiped eyes, bleeding scalps, and multilingual curses. I take back what I said about it not getting too explicit. Damn, I have not actually done that yet. Interesting. Alright, let's keep going up then. Hopefully find the Chapel of Lights, and when we dock at Chapel of Lights, that is when we will end the video instead. Get this region explored over here. Not Chapel of Lights, but we did just find the gateway to hell. Port Palmerston. Duncan's Maw. Up to the crater, up to the road. T with the double S. Beautiful. Let's engage an officer. Another officer on board. Get a port report, dig among the ruins, and we were, I think, probably misfortunate. It's typically always misfortunate for Mount Palmerston. Chapel of Lights, eh? Not quite seeing Chapel of Lights. It's probably more to the right. I'd be surprised if we get Avid before we get Chapel. There's a place called Avid Horizon, which I can't wait to, because Avid Horizon, Avid Writer, we're both avid about different things, you know? Me about writing. They're more about Horizons, apparently. So. I doubt it would be in this region here, to be honest. Chapel's typically, yeah. Could be wrong, though. I was not. I was not wrong. Okay, so we're gonna use more of a fuel to go even faster. Zoom in across the Unterzee and search the Chapel of Lights. And we just lost about half our hull. Yay! That's why you should never do that. Found Frostfound already? Jesus. Okay, that's typically not until a long while away. Wow, okay. Stowed on this haven. Let's get the tireless mechanic on board. Take tea with the Quakers. Port report. Enter Frostfound and then immediately leave, just so we get the Frostfound thing. And now we have completed our engineering systems. Yeah, we gotta get him to enjoy his sleep. Which means we gotta go to Polythreme to get the Claymen. As well as, I think, a box of sunlight. I may be wrong. But we gotta do some stuff to take back a forgotten memory of his as well. We're gonna avoid the Lifeberg for now. We are just wanting to find the Chapel of Lights. That's what we sought out to do, and now we're all the way on the northeastern portion of the map. I'm surprised Avid hasn't been found yet either, then. Avid's normally in the middle. We're gonna get close to Irem. Oh, here we are, Chapel of Lights! Just as I was doubting we'd ever find it. Chapel of Lights. Here we are. Alright. And that is where we will leave off today's episode. Thank you all for watching once again. Please, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, turn on the notifications bell only if you want to. It is strictly up to you. This is a channel meant to entertain myself and a select few people. If you do find entertainment from it, please consider it. But once again, no pressure. With that being said, thank you all for watching.